Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is December the 6th, Monday, December the 6th, 2021, Monday of the second week of Advent. It is also the optional memorial of St. Nicholas. Hopefully you left your shoes out last night and St. Nicholas stopped by and left wonderful presents inside of them. I forgot to do that, so I got nothing. Coming to you this morning from the, let's go around this way. Nope, wrong this way. I'm going this way. Slow pan. From one of our other trailer complexes. Again, we need to get buildings built, but until we get the buildings built, we have these wonderful trailers in which we have Spanish over here and then dramatic theater arts over here on this side. So again, the wonderful things that we offer here go down, at St. Francis. Behind me, if we go around this way, you'll be able to see the planting beds that are fallow at the moment, waiting for plantings to come in the spring. So this is the other side. The wetlands are then beyond them, right over there. So another part of our great complex at the Franciscan School. Today's readings for the second, beginning the second week of this day, the second day of the second week of Advent, as we move ever closer. 19 days until Christmas Day, 18 days till Christmas Eve, so 18 shopping days left, just in case you want to know. Today, Isaiah continues again with the wonderful proclamations of what it is that God is going to do. Again, the Baptist comes again to make us aware that something is at work. Again, as the Baptist understands it, however, it is not what comes to pass necessarily. It is not a judgment, it is not retribution, it is not pain and punishment for humanity's sins. Always remember in the first preface before the Eucharistic prayer that we hear from the beginning of Advent until the 16th, December the 16th, or December the 7th, December 17th it changes. The last time we hear is December the 16th. There is a line within that preface that says that God has fulfilled the plan God formed long ago and opened for us the way to salvation. That's why Jesus comes. Jesus doesn't come because we're horrible sinners and we need to have correction in our life, although that is true to an extent. Jesus does not come because of Adam and Eve eating an apple that they weren't supposed to eat. That is not why Jesus comes, but to fulfill a plan that God formed long ago. It is a very Franciscan statement. And although Franciscan theology does not really get its place within church theology because they favor Aquinas, the Dominican, there is in this wonderful preface, the first preface of Advent, a wonderful Franciscan statement that comes from John Duns Scotus about God's plan from the very beginning to send us Jesus, to send us the Messiah. It wasn't because we sin or did sin or continue to sin or whatever it is. God's plan is that we understand this world more fully, and it takes time to be able to do that. And in God's own time, so the Messiah comes. In the same way, Isaiah's proclamation today, in God's own time, the lame will walk, the blind will see, the deserts will become pools of water, that terrible, awful places that are barren will become marshes with reeds and papyrus growing in them, that the world will be changed forever. The world will be changed into what it is meant to be, what it is meant to become, and the glory of God will shine all around it. These are not proclamations of destitution. These are not proclamations of judgment. These are not proclamations of condemnation. These are proclamations again of what it is that God plans to do, because those things need to be done, and it is in God's plan. We turn to Luke's gospel this week, and in this reading today, in the gospel today from Luke, we see again one such instance of this new world that God is forming from the world that is, not replacing the world that is. And so this man who was paralyzed is able to walk. Again, what stands in the way, though, are the peoples, or especially the Pharisees, the leaders, those who judge others within first century Judaism. It is their obstinance and their refusal to believe that God can do such wonderful things, and especially God can do them on a Sabbath, because that's when this healing happens of this man who was paralyzed being able to get up and walk. And because Jesus, again, Jesus says that the man's sins are forgiven, and because the Pharisees, the scribes, believe that only God can forgive sins, then Jesus says, well, if you're not going to believe that what I say, then I'm going to tell this man to basically just get up and walk, because anybody could say that to anybody. And Jesus does, and the man is able to walk. Again, amazement fills the room. It fills everybody who is there to see what is possible. Again, when we get beyond the rules and regulations, when we get beyond all of those things that we set up in so many ways to stop us from being able to witness and experience and understand the wonder and the amazement of God at work within us. This is what the Baptist proclaims to us, is to open ourselves up to the amazement of God in our midst at all times and all places, is what Advent leads us to, so that we may be amazed that God decides to do something so radical as to become one like us and change the course of our human history. Let that amazement lead us this week, and may the Lord give you his peace.